There's a wonderful quote from Khalil Gibran. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. There's no one way to parent. And if you approach parenting with intuition, consciousness, you're likely on a great track. In this video, I'll share a bit on the topic of conscious parenting through the practices of Ayurveda. A number of things to consider. Taking a look at our attitude and how we approach it. It's always going to be from what we experienced ourselves, or we're going to be in rebellion to what we experienced ourselves. So here's some things to consider. Be a guide and a guardian, not an owner. We're not raising them. And it's not a popularity contest. Sometimes they won't like you, and we need to let that be okay. And then pay attention to impressions. What are you exposing them to? Young people are so much more sensitive than we are as adults in good ways, and we need to cultivate that rather than assault it. When we're doing things, when we're exposing our kids to things or we're asking them to do things, we want to think about short-term versus long-term. It's something that seems like a good idea short-term and, oh, it won't bring much harm. We just need to think about what actually is the impression that's happening. Because sometimes we don't think about that. And then it makes a big difference. These are the things that make a difference to the kids. We have a very special connection with our kids. It's a karmic connection, a spiritual connection. And we think that we're the teachers, but they are our best teachers as well. And so everybody grows in the process when we look at it from the standpoint of an evolution, as opposed to, oh my gosh, this is a job I have, and am I going to get it right? Because if we think about it, that's pretty self-centered. And what we really want to be thinking about is, how can I do this the very best way possible, given that I am human? A dinacharya for yourself and your children. So this is a daily routine that has some level of consciousness in it. And in Ayurveda, we have very specific practices that are helpful, some more for some people than others. And then that's something that you can learn about in Ayurveda. And then, of course, having regular schedules, planning things, not being rigid about it, but having a plan helps everybody feel more secure. And having a schedule helps keep balance in the system, both for yourself and for the kids. As a parent, it's important that you balance your own energy. We call this the Shiva energy and the Shakti energy. You can think of it as masculine and feminine energy. We all have all of it in us. It's just a matter of how much we're using at any points in time. But when we get rigid in one direction, then that's what we're introducing to our kids. So being clear about how you're managing yourself is a great tool in terms of your parenting. The quote I shared in the beginning of this video is from one of the lectures in our Ayurvedic Health Counselor training. In this particular lecture, we discussed the topic of appropriate Ayurvedic diet and lifestyle for children. You can find out more about our 200-hour Ayurvedic Health Advisor or 600-hour Ayurvedic Health Counselor trainings by booking a clarity call using the link below.